Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the post-race press conference for the Qatar Airways New York City ePrix, the penultimate round of the 2017-18 ABB FIA Formula E Championship. Another exciting race, 1-2, the second 1-2 of the season for Audi Sport Ab Schäffler. Lucas di Grassi, our winner today. Second place, Daniele out, and in third place, Sébastien Buemi for Renault Edams. Gentlemen, like I said, an exciting race. Lucas, in many ways, it was similar to Zurich. You were patient in the first phase of the race and then came through and made a decisive move on Daniele just after the stop. Talk us through your event here today.
Well, first of all, it's a big pleasure being racing here in New York. I think everybody all the public, everybody that has been, all the media that has been around is fantastic. So for us, it's very important, a US race, and cannot be better than New York. The track improved a lot from last year, so it was good. So I started 11th, managed to move a little bit up on the start, then tried to save energy when I needed to, attack in the right moment, and again, like Zurich, the car was fantastic. The Audi Sport Schäffler car was just a rocket today, and I managed to go through the competition and had good fights with Dillman, good fights with a lot of the drivers that I was in the first stint. And then second stint was a bit weird because in Formula E there is makes no sense for you to open a gap like you would imagine in other motorsports, because if a safety car happens or anything happens, you wasted energy to open the gap, and then all the gap is reduced with the safety car and you stay without energy. So I was just trying to make sure that Daniele was in the right distance, that he couldn't attack. He attacked at one moment, I tried to defend, and then the big crash from Lin came, and after Lin's crash was a flat-out race, which is very different from before, which you have to do a lot of energy management. It was just flat out, and I managed to open a 1.5 second gap and just keep it safe the last 4 or 5 laps.
As I said, the change in the race came when you overtook Daniele. It was a decisive move, a robust move. How would you describe it?
Daniele did a mistake in the braking to corner 6, went a little bit wide, took the dust, so that his tires were a bit bad for the new segment of the track, the triple right, before the back straight. And then I knew that that was a good moment to attack, and I just overtook him at that moment, but our pace was very similar pretty much the whole race, apart from that move. Even before in the first stint, I managed to catch up a little bit, but not much. So yeah, it was a good race. If there has been a safety car, for sure there have been a lot of fights by the end.
Well done, Lucas. Second win of the season. Congratulations to you. And moving over to Daniele, second place today. Good team performance today, Daniele, in terms of the maximum points that were available for first and second positions. As I said, you controlled the first half of the race, and once you cleared Sebastian, you were able to get a bit of a gap, and then the pit stops, and as Lucas said, the real sort of crossroads of the race came with that move. Talk us through your race today, and in particular the move and the battle with Lucas.
Yeah, I mean, going into this race, I think we were quite aware that we had a strong package and that a big amount of energy saving would suit our car. So yeah, the first 2 laps were just about not taking risk, and then I tried to move up, overtook Prost and then Seb. Yeah, then just controlled the lead, and yeah, already before the pit stop I was aware that Lucas was behind me. Being told to not take risk and take it easy, and yeah, came for the pit stop, and even after the pit stop I've been told that. I've been told to hold position, and unfortunately that was not the case, so I don't know if there was a miscommunication or something, but yeah, I'm just a bit disappointed. Of course I did a mistake there, but my defending would have been completely different without a call like that. So I'm happy for Audi, I'm happy that we brought home maximum points. I think that was the target today. The team deserves this. But of course I can't sit here and smile like crazy.
You're 6 points now behind Ticita for the team's title. Going into the race tomorrow, what's the strategy, especially when you look at the race and how things panned out today with you and Lucas's 1-2?
Well, I think for tomorrow, what changes is the race is a bit shorter, which makes it maybe a little bit harder to overtake, but in the end I think we just need to make sure we have a good qualifying. We are qualifying group 2 tomorrow, so none of us will have a disaster of qualifying, and then just have a clean, good race. I think we are absolutely able to win the team championship tomorrow, and that was always the main target when we arrived here. The main target for Audi, you know, and to do it on US ground with a 1-2, maybe another 1-2 would be amazing, and then I think we can end the season being really proud. Of course, we would be here. We would like to be here fighting for the Drivers' Championship also, but that has gone to Jeff, who really deserves it. He did an amazing season, so I really think he's a deserved champion, and now our target is to win the team championship.
Well done, Daniele. Congratulations to you and the team. Moving over to third position, Sébastien Buemi, our pole sitter today. Your first podium since Mexico City in March, Seb. And you led for the first few laps of the race. Was there a feeling though that it was inevitable that these guys were coming through in a different race essentially today?
Yeah, to be honest, I was focusing on my race, and then initially I felt like I could stay there. You know, I had similar pace, I had the feeling, and I had a little bit more energy. Yeah, after that, he catch me a little bit, he overtook me. I didn't want to fight because I knew here the energy was very important. You know, if you fight and lose time for nothing here, it would not have made sense. And then, yeah, I could more or less hold the gap. You know, I was not too far, but at some point I had an issue with the brakes. Temperature completely diverted, and then I couldn't brake. I was locking the wheels everywhere, and I've became quite weak on the braking, and then I obviously lost lots of time. The pit stops were very similar. I didn't really make up much lap time. I think we were all pretty much in the same ballpark. And then yeah, I didn't have the pace. You know, they were so much better. So, you know, one more race, and we'll have to work on next year, because clearly in terms of efficiency, they were in a different league today. So I'm happy to be best of the rest today.
And it's the penultimate race today for Renault, the final race tomorrow. So, emotions from your point of view, you've been involved from day one about tomorrow and signing off in the best possible way?
Yeah, no, the objective is clearly to try to go for a good result. You know we have the pace on one lap. Today, the lap in Superpole was good. The lap in Group 1, you know, with all that traffic, that was not so good. But clearly I knew I had the pace over one lap speed. But no, clearly in the race they were a bit better. Tomorrow is a shorter race. Might suit us a little bit better, but still I will expect Audi, you know, to be stronger if they don't have any problems.
Thank you, Seb. Well done to you. Just one final question for Luca, who's been crowned as the fourth consecutive Formula E champion today. Thoughts on what Jeff's achieved this season?
I think Jeff did a fantastic championship. He deserved to be champion. He was very consistent. Did everything correct in a way. He was slightly lucky in a few races, but he incredibly delivered this year. So I think the championship is going to somebody that deserves it. And nevertheless, next year is a different story. We're all going to fight hard, I'm sure, to see who's the first one to win it twice.